Bring it back. I see y'all already rating the episode. You know what we got to do on a Monday night. I'm J. This is House of the Dragon, episode 7, the live recap. Targaryens, Velaryons, Hightowers, everybody's going fucking crazy. It's a struggle for power, y'all. It's a struggle for power. We don't wear green on Monday. We wear red. We are Targaryen blood. And we only wear the finest of silk. That's what Targaryens do. The finest of silk. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you do. We're about to jump into it. We're about to get it. We're about to get it. This week was wild. Kids going at it, but that's the price of war. Yeah. See no evil, people. See no evil. All right, let's go ahead and get started, man. Cut all that nonsense. Episode 9, 9.5, 10. I'm like, damn, does HBO not miss? How can HBO come out every Sunday and say, you know what? 10, 9.5. We don't go less than 9s with House of the Dragon. I don't watch this on Sundays. I watch this when I wake up Monday morning. This is the first thing I watch. I'm like, damn, let me sit up and watch this. This shit interesting. A lot of names, all the kids, Aegon, Aemond, Jace. I don't even know all the kids' names. I'm looking at it like, damn. These kids are way more advanced than I was at fucking 13 years old, 10 years old. I'm like, oh boy, man, what? Jace is questioning his mama. We got the big, the big. Well, I can't even call it a big secret no more. Everybody knows except for the king. You whack, you twisted, your girl's a hoe. The kid ain't yours, and everybody know. Damn. Man. So Otto Hightower, he's back in the picture, people. You knew he wasn't gonna be gone too long. Well, it has been some years though. It's been a decade. So one kid has one eye on here. On Power, we found out that the one eye guy wasn't snitching. Crazy how both shows got one eye. Both shows, episode 7. Yeah. King over here looking like the penguin off the original Batman. Talking about give it up, King. Give it up, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Strawberry lemonade tonight. I mean, we got, before we jump into it, yeah, I'm not going to be wearing this damn scarf all the time. But, you know, whenever we get on here, we got to bring out something. We got some Velaryon stuff over here, too, now. It ain't silk. I think it's cashmere. But Targaryens, we wear silk. You know what we do to this green? With the Velaryon? I mean, not the Velaryons, but the Hightowers wear? We throw it on the ground, man. We don't do that green over here. We don't do the green over here. But let's jump into it, man. I didn't put together any slideshows today, but what I still have the screenshots. It's just forget all that. We need to actually talk about this stuff. So we start the episode off. I won't say where we left off, but if you remember, Day-Day's wife, she killed herself. She said, I can't deal with this no more. She went out there to the dragon and told the dragon, I want to go out with a dragon's death by the dragon's breath. Straight fire. Straight fire. I'm like, man, I don't know about that. I know it's an honor to be killed by a dragon, but let me tell you something. I don't want that kind of honor. I don't want that kind of honor. What did y'all think about that? Because that's where we pick up. She's dead and they tossing her on out. They tossing her out into the water. They said, we got to get rid of this body. We don't want nothing else to do with it. We got a couple of good fight scenes this week too. All right, I see you. Kimberly. I see you. Yeah, I mean, Cashmere is cool. I'm just seeing it, but Cashmere is cool. Well, we Targaryens over here. Those Hightowers, whatever the nonsense they got going on, we don't deal with that. But everybody's out here, and it's, man, we got to bury a princess. Everybody's looking. Damn. Everyone's looking when no one's saying anything. Now we see young Jace, and he's talking to his mom, talking about, Mom, my father is still alive. And she basically like, hey, don't be talking that nonsense. So Princess is really messed up. When she was younger, we were looking at Princess. Oh, this girl's so innocent. Man, Princess is wilding out. Rhaenyra, when I tell you to be a father and have someone disgrace your family like this, it's one thing to be a regular ass dad. All of us, we regular folk. Now, our kids, you know what I'm saying? They are a part of us. They start messing up. You know, people start saying, oh, man, I wish their parents would have, raised them a little bit better. Rhaenyra, she's just disrespected the whole King's Landing. Everything. Not only that, the Targaryen name. There's only Targaryens and Velaryons that can fly dragons. The heir to the throne, she's trying to convince her sons who got this damn strong hairstyle that, hey, your dad is alive and you need to love him like you would anybody else. But he ain't hearing that. We all know that she lying, man. Laena's dead. R.I.P. They didn't save the child either. Survived by her two daughters. And of course, Day-Day. Now, while they all here, you see Day-Day in the back. Day-Day in the back chilling too. Drinking. He like, well, she's gone. I can get married again. I can do whatever I want. But the king is looking around and he's wondering what the hell is happening because everyone is starting to pick and choose sides. And all he's trying to do is keep it together. You remember he was talking to Hand. Strong, you know what I'm saying? Pops. And he was asking him, how's my legacy going to be remembered? Because I never went to war or anything and I seemed soft. And right now, you can see the division between everybody. Your daughter's wilding out. Your wife, she ain't really feeling your daughter no more. Day-Day, he's just Day-Day. You already know how that go. Otto Hightower is back in the picture. That means he's right next to Allison. And the reason it sucks is because he kicked Otto out for making those allegations about his daughter when they were true. So he had to accept them back, especially since Larry's got his damn daddy killed and his brother, the princess's baby daddy. You got young Aegon and his little brother. Now, you remember his little brother doesn't have a dragon. So they're looking at their sister, Helena. And for him, since he doesn't have a dragon, he's just, hey, you know what? We're going to go ahead And if I got to marry my sister to keep the bloodline strong, then so be it. Aegon ain't worried about that. Last time we seen Aegon, he was in the window beating, you know what I'm saying, getting off. So the brother's thinking, shit, I don't have no dragon. I'm not next in line to be the heir to the throne. Our cousins, they in line for it. Well, no, would those be our cousins? Brother. No, our nephews, they in line to be the king after their mama becomes queen. So for him, he's looking at me, I ain't really got nothing. So if I did need to marry my sister and make it happen, then shit, let's make it happen then. Aemon's on his own right now because they were making fun of him. And have you noticed that Sir Kristen Cole has been getting real close to Alicent? So right now, he's sworn to protect her. That's it. Keep her out of danger. Keep her safe. That's his only job. What'd you do today? Oh, man, I was protecting the queen. Alicent, she was chilling. She didn't really do much today. She got up. They brought her breakfast. She went and bathed. And then she just walked around the kingdom. What does Alicent do all day? No one knows. But Sir Kristen Cole is her personal protector, and he's sworn this. And you see them talking about Larys. Now, this gentleman here, he got the peg leg. He got the limp. You know what I'm saying? Walk with a limp. He also has a secret group of assassins. He said, look, y'all all criminals, y'all gonna die anyway. Y'all could come work for me, get your tongue cut out, and at least live to fight another day. I mean, you're gonna die eventually, but if you can do this for me, you'll be good to go. I'll let you go stay in the woods. So he had his father killed. He had his brother killed. Now he's a whole lord. He has all of the land to himself from where his father and his brother were killed at the mercy of him and the silent assassins. So Alicent, she's looking at it because she didn't tell him to do it. He did this. So now Alicent technically owes him one. So he's making power moves on his own. I don't know how strong he's going to be because he doesn't have any allegiance with anybody. You see what I'm saying? He's just out there by himself, but he's able to come in here because his family was hands. His dad was the right-hand man to the king. So, of course, the king got love for him. And the king is oblivious to all of this stuff. He ain't really doing no deep dive and trying to figure out who's doing what. But Larys, he's making moves. Now, at this funeral, everybody's here. You even got Grandpa Corlys up here. He's talking to his son. He's like, listen here. One day, you're going to take over everything. And the little boy is smart. He tells Grandpa, he says, hey, Corlys, first of all, I ain't your son. I ain't your grandson. I'm not related to you. He don't say it, but basically he says, if I ever inherit anything, that means everybody's dead because he's the youngest. That means he got to go through everybody. He got a brother. Now, Corlys, he's just like King Viserys. All he wants to do is have his lineage carry on, man. Make sure that my name is here in 2022. You see what I'm saying? He's telling them, young man, in 2022, there's going to be a guy by the name of Mo, and he's going to talk about this show, and he's going to speak wonderful things of our name. This Velaryon blood, it runs deep, and you will be remembered. He's like, I don't want to take over that. Corlys lost his daughter. His son just living. He ain't really doing nothing. One thing I respect about the king is he's telling his brother, y'all know I'm big on brother storylines. He's telling his brother, we had our differences in the past, but man, let's squash all that, man. Come live with me, dog. You know what I'm saying? I got all this land. Feel free to run wild over here. I mean, you already do it anyway. You might as well come over here. Do y'all think it's a good idea for the king to at least extend the invitation for Daemon to come back? Because where Daemon is living, it's pretty rough out there. And they just moved back to Corlys' spot that Laena was supposed to get. I know Day wants his own. He wants his own realm. He wants to be able to run things how he sees fit. But come on, man. I'm going back. I'm going back and kicking it with my brother, man. If my brother the king, man, fuck it. I'm going to go here. I feel bad for the king. He's a real good dude, but he's too soft for this. Especially now, I would say he's too soft. I think he was thinking logically back when we first started watching the show. There was no reason to go to war. He was always trying to avoid all that because for what? Waste all of our resources to go to war when we already living good. King's Landing already they got a shit ton of land. We seen the map. I looked at one of the maps. I was like, man, he owns a lot. Kitty said it's too late because Otto was back. That's true. Them two would definitely clash with each other, Otto and Day. But Day was here the whole time, laughing. He ain't caring. He drinking because he's a free man now. He got his 2 daughters. It's like, all right, cool, I guess. After the king tells his brother, you can come back, he tells Emma, wait a minute, that's Allison. He tells Allison, I'm just going to go ahead and go to sleep. And she's looking at it and she's like, oh, wait a minute. Emma been dead for about 15. No, Emma been dead about a 10-year jump. They got married like a year, 2 years after. They had the babies, 3 years. Shit, man, it's about 15 years that Emma been gone. So the king is going through it if he's still thinking about Emma and calling Allison that. Now, Allison, she got that green on. You know how she do. Them Hightowers. Can't trust them. You can't trust them. You remember Steve Hightower? Yeah, from the Steve Harvey show? Yeah, you couldn't trust Steve Hightower. He's a descendant of the Hightowers. So they tell Sir Kristen, you got the night watch. Now, the last time he had the night watch, Sir Kristen was letting everybody just run around. They get up out of there, and we get the sit down from the queen that never was in Corlys. And she's basically telling them, look, man, I'm going to be honest with you. We should have brought Laena back. The only thing is Laena was married to Day, and Day wasn't about to let that happen. Laena put herself in that situation, and we can't act like she didn't. When they were at the ceremony for Lenore and Rhaenyra, she was all on Day. She came after Day. Day didn't want no parts of her. She almost ruined Day's life. We see Princess Rhaenyra's ruin everybody's life. Laena almost ruined Day's life. Now, Corlys, he still doesn't believe anything. He kind of knows that the kids, they aren't his son. His son's gay. He's been doing this since we first knew about it. He even said, oh, he's young. Maybe he'll grow out of it. His mom was like, nah, that's who he is. She's the queen that never was. So he's a little upset about that for the simple fact she was supposed to be the queen. And he always wanted to be her. You know what I'm saying? He wanted some of that. Hey, he wanted a bigger piece of that pie. He's Velaryon, the richest person on the show. But he was like, man, damn. If I marry her, she becomes a Targaryen. Well, okay. She becomes next in line for the Targaryen bloodline. So now he at least wants his kids to be, you know what I'm saying, to make something. But Laena, she's married to Day. Lenore, those aren't his kids. So right now, Corlys just has 2 granddaughters. He doesn't have any grandsons. There's no male to carry on the Velaryon name. And what did he say, man? He said, look, the only thing people going to remember is the name. That's all they're going to remember. Jace Velaryon. That's what he wanted. Jace Velaryon, but it's really Jace Strong. Do y'all think Corlys, how can I put it? Do you think Corlys knows that those grandkids ain't his? Like, be real. If Renee, if she knows, everybody in the kingdom knows. Does Corlys know that those grandkids ain't his? Come on, man. We got these blonde ass dreads. And these kids then came out. with the Donald Trump Jr. hairstyle. Nah, Lenore, you can't even put Lenore in the stepdad of the year. Man, Lenore only shows up when things are bad. Think about it. Every time we seen Lenore, that nigga's outside with his boyfriend and they out there fighting. They out there. They ain't never doing nothing. The only time we seen Lenore talking to the kids is when Herwin was holding the you know what I'm saying, holding the baby. He in there looking like, all right, is everything all right? Lenore ain't the stepdad of the year. Lenore is really what you call getting by. He don't have his dad is alive. He isn't in charge of anything. He's married to the princess. Lenore is really the one person that doesn't have to do anything or have any responsibilities on this show. And he shows he doesn't have any responsibilities. He ain't never doing nothing. Lenore is never doing anything. All we know is he's out there sword fighting. Well, we did find out this episode Princess Rhaenyra was giving him a little, you know what I'm saying? Giving him a little son, you know what I'm saying? She don't discriminate. She said, you get a piece, you get a piece, you get a piece. But look how he looking in that fire. He's like, damn, them kids ain't mine. Hey, fact, Corlys is a clout chaser. There's really no difference between Corlys and Otto. They both doing the same thing. They both want their kids to get some way connected to them Targaryens, to carry on their names. Because Corlys, he offered his daughter back when she was like 6 or 8 or 10 or whatever it was, because she said she didn't have to do nothing until what, 14 or 16 or something like that. So the first thing we see from our girl Rhaenyra is, look, I know my son is talking about Sir Harwin Strong being his father, but fuck it, Day, what you got? Let's go on a long walk on the beach. I want to know, where is security at? How are these knights sworn to protect these people, but they're never around? This would never happen in real life. And they're out here talking about this. Episode was very dark, man. I was like, damn, man, y'all could brighten the show up a little bit for us. But anyway, they out on the beach, they walking, they ain't really talking about nothing. And Day, you never know where his mind is at. His mind really goes at 100 miles per hour. Because at one moment, he wants to, hey, brother, I support both of us. Let's make it happen. Then the next one, like, I don't need no help. Then it's, man, I'm going to go to war. Then it's like, I'm just going to chill and let people do whatever. Now he's out here talking to her. And we know where this leads. Because neither one of them are happy with the lives that they have. Now, he has 2 daughters, but he doesn't know what he's going to do with it. She has 3 kids. Yeah, she just had the 3rd. Damn. It's a lot of kids, man. While they out here, we know that they end up getting it on. So right now, she's very attractive and wants to know what her and Day going to be after this. He's the same OG. He don't care, man. He's going to do what he got to do, and he's going to keep it moving. And it's looking like at this point, she knows I have to do whatever I can because it's starting to look very, very ugly for me. And the reason I say that is because just like Rock, that story of who the kid's father is going to be very, very damaging. Nah, kitty, back then, they ain't know nothing about waiting those 6 weeks. They were getting it in when getting it in felt right. Do you guys like where it's going between Rhaenyra and Day? I always assumed that they were going to get together. I mean, I don't know, man. Day's my boy, and I don't know, man. This ain't something that I mean, of course, it'll put him back in a position of power, but I don't know. Now, I thought when we was gonna see Aemond, thought when we was gonna see him, he was actually gonna come over the hill and see them doing what they doing, but he's actually out here. And you remember he didn't have a dragon. Everybody's making fun of him. Oh, it's okay. You'll get a dragon one day. One day, you'll get one. They gave him a pig with straw on it, talking about, yeah, man, this is what you get, man. This right here, this your dragon. We call him Piggy the Fierce Dragon. So he goes over, and guess what? When he creeps up on this big ass beast, this right here is Laena's dragon. And he over here, he knocked out Vhagar. Since young Aemond doesn't have a dragon, he knows all the commands. He has that blood. You know what I'm saying? These dragons, they supposed to only have one rider. Whatever dragon is in that cradle with you when you were born, that's your dragon. He don't have one. This dragon's owner, well, I won't say owner, but this dragon's rider, Laena, is gone. So I was thinking that it was going to be one of the daughters that was going to get it. And it was just going to be a smooth transition. But this young man had other plans. He went out there in the middle of the night. This ain't no baby dragon. This full grown. This is the biggest dragon alive at this moment. This is the biggest dragon. He walks up to it. The dragon can smell that blood. He's like, wait a minute. This ain't Velaryon. Boy, you Targaryen? You know what I'm saying? He looking at him like, boy, you Targaryen? The kid's like, look as you are. The dragon looking like, nigga, I don't know what that means. Laena don't talk to me like that. Matter of fact, where is Laena? Yeah. So he out, he's scared as hell. Me personally, I wouldn't have did it. I don't care. I don't need no dragon that bad that I got to risk my life for that dragon. So he walks off, and the damn dragon Vhagar starts lighting up that fire. He's like, wait a minute. I know how to fly dragons. Well, semi. I technically don't have a dragon. I got a little pig right now. Matter of fact, later on, if you let me fly with you, I'm going to get you that pig. You know what I'm saying? You can have a pig to snack on. But the dragon getting ready to light him up. The dragon is already 1-0. We've seen what the dragon did to Laena. I was looking at like, damn, we about to have 2 for 2. But Vhagar was like, man, he was just yawning. That's all. A little bit of fire. Young Aemond actually climbs up there and they take off. I'm like, damn. I wasn't expecting Vhagar to open up to this young. What are you? Are you albino? What the hell? Like, why are you this pale? Allison she isn't this pale. The king wasn't this pale. Why are you this pale, kid? But anyway, they become one. This young man gets on the dragon. He start riding off. Man, let me tell you, he was about to fall off. Just too much for me. I would have been in there. I would have wrapped the rope around my arms and stuff. So if I did actually, like, whoa, shit. You up there on that dragon, you don't know what the hell you doing. He ain't never flown no dragon before. You up there at altitude, you can barely breathe. Dragon flying all erratically right over the water and shit. Oh, hell no. Then you had the little girls. They in the window and they looking. They like, wait a minute. Is that Vhagar? Who the hell is riding that dragon? There's only like 8 of us out here that can ride dragons. Let me see. Jace is asleep. He can ride dragon. His mama, she probably out there with Day on the beach throwing that thing somewhere. King don't even fly. That ain't Day dragon. Who the hell is on the dragon? So they go to try to wake up Jace, and Jace is like, huh? I don't know why they went to wake him up like he was going to do something. Like, who looked at Jace and said, you know what? There's a dragon outside. Let's get Jace to go stop it from happening. Jace is in the bed, knocked out. This kid wilding out. He flying through. Boy, this is kind of like Aladdin. When Aladdin first got on that magic carpet, he was dipping through the skies. That's what he got going on. Birds. He's like, oh shit. You flying trying to duck and dodge. He don't know how to steer. The dragon just flying. The dragon just like, let me stretch my wings a little bit. This little nigga then woke me up, man. I'm about to go ahead and take off. Yeah, Vhagar was trying to toss him off. But what that was doing was just testing him. See, are you really capable? Because when we get in that action, we're going to be in that action. So it looks like he passed the test. But the reason Vhagar was doing that, if you remember, Laena was telling her kid, she was telling the youngest daughter, that the dragon chooses its rider. Now, it's supposed to only have one rider, but Aemond proved, hey, I'm good. I can handle that thing. So I guess going to get this dragon while it was asleep, it didn't have all his best moves. If this is the daytime, that dragon would have been doing barrel rolls, flying upside down, all kinds of wild stuff. But the dragon was tired, so he went out here at the perfect time to try to tame this dragon. Yeah. Kimberly said Jason's now. See, Kimberly is the expert, y'all. So when I need some information, I go to her. She's saying Jason's an outcast like the girls. That's why. Well, I mean, of course they close. And then at the funeral, he went over there. Mom told him to go over there, and they held his hand. So all of them would be close. We can pretty much predict that he's probably gonna have to marry one of them. I don't say have to, but probably is gonna marry one of them. Who knows? But right now, Aemond's outside kicking it. Princess threw that thing on the beach. She got up. She's looking around like, oh, Daemon? That's Daemon? Daemon gone, man. You think he about to sit around and be waiting outside? Day, he stick and move, man. In and out like a fast food restaurant. AT&T Center said he couldn't tell him nothing after he rode that dragon. That was a huge boost of confidence for the young man. When he rode that dragon, hey, he just like me. He just like me. I put up a triple-double. Oh, y'all can't fuck with me, man. I do a 4-hour live, good live. We ain't mess up on nothing. Y'all can't mess with me, man. Now, this has Princess Rhaenyra starting to look around and think about what's going on. Day done walked off to the beach. He looking at the water. He's like, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Day-Day's looking at it like, man, this wasn't even worth it. He thinking about Laena right now. You think he missing that old thing. I know Laena was wild. Princess Rhaenyra, not so much. You know what I mean? She didn't let everybody smash. So you know. What up, the homie? Thank you for that $2, brother. What's up, Mo? Stop by to say what's up. Viserys ain't cool. I mean, he's an old man. He's just trying to keep everything together till he dies. That's the only thing he needs to do as the king. Just make sure that the kingdom is in order and is set up to succeed once he's gone. Because all he wants to do is carry on the Targaryen name. Aemond came back. The girls got Jace. They talk about, hey, who's there? He said, it's me. It is I, the Dragon Rider. What you kids got going on? See, we adults around here. You know what I'm saying? We ride dragons around. What y'all doing? What y'all doing up right now? They're like, hey, you can't be riding that dragon. Vhagar is ours. My mom said I can get it. So the two girls, they standing up because this is the day her mother was thrown into the water today, and you riding her dragon. The disrespect. It wasn't even 24 hours. This kid went out there and hopped up on this dragon and became the man. They talking about that dragon was supposed to be mine. She said, yeah, that was her mom's dragon, and that's my sister's dragon. And you didn't have the right to do that. Aemond looked them both in the eye and told them, do something. Come do something. Y'all want the dragon, then do something. You said you put claim on it. Why you ain't gonna get it then? Why that dragon embrace me with open wings? And she's like, oh no, here we go. And you already know how it is. When kids get upset, the little girl said, yeah. She ran over there. That nigga said, bow. Caught her in her shit. I'm like, damn, Aemond is a wild man. Then Jason, his little brother, came over there. They got done up too. Pink, pink, pink. I said, damn. Just the other day, we was watching this young man, and he couldn't even sword fight. He was getting whooped on. Now, it's him versus 4. It's him versus 4. And they can't do nothing about it. They going at it. They end up jumping them, though. I ain't gonna lie. They end up jumping them. They getting on them. Ping, 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 ping. But he hold it down. He kicking one of them off. He choking the little brother. Jason's like, man, what the hell is going on here? The girls, they in there. They bloodied up, too. This is wild. I wasn't expecting this from kids. But they going in. This is some real live shit here. Like, damn. It's dark as hell in here. They got on all this formal attire. You can't really move with all that on. You know what I'm saying? They got on leather jackets. Well, Aemond does because he was out there on the dragon. They got on their sleeping clothes. But for some reason, there's just no one down here in the dragon pits. It's just kids just freely walking 11, 12, you know what I'm saying? Middle of the night. They in here, they going at it. He pick up the rock. He tell little dude, man, you want to die behind this shit? Because I'm willing to do it. I got a dragon. The kid's like, no. Push Jace down. Jason's on the ground. He looking like this. Jason's realizing he met his match. But the little brother, he grabs a knife. He's like, man, the hell at this. We ain't going out like that. So Jace look at his brother. And he like, man, do that shit. Go down, pick the dirt up, throw it in his eyes. Ah! The little brother came over there and said, nigga. Sliced his face up. I'm like, oh my God, y'all niggas is wilding. Y'all took it too far. It's one thing we used to fight our cousins. You know what I'm saying? We go down there, we stay down there 2 weeks. We gonna fight it eventually. But we ain't picking up no bricks. We ain't using no knives. I'm like, damn, it's going down here. Aemond got stabbed up. He says, gone. He said, my eye. He said, my eye, God damn it. Shit. Damn. Man, it's one thing, but for this to happen as a kid, man, trust me. Trust me. As a kid, you would not want this to happen. And this is what? I think we like 120 AC. This still way, way back when. There ain't no pain meds for this. The only pain med they had back then was some liquor. You know what I'm saying? Some liquor cures all. You go ahead and pour some liquor on that eye. What's it going to do? Yeah, it's going to clean up the infection because that alcohol. And if you drink some liquor, you're going to get drunk. You ain't going to feel it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing they had back then. But the fight went down. They came in there and they broke it up. I mean, what are y'all doing? And at this moment, everyone knew it was about to go down because this is a prince. All of these kids are royalty, and no one was watching the kids. All of the guards have on full attire, but none of them were protecting anything. All of them were upstairs chilling. Where are the dragon handlers? There should be security at the dragon pit at all times. No one besides the kids heard this big ass dragon, Vhagar, flying around in the middle of the night talking about, ah! Like no one heard that but the kids. These guards need to be fired. I want each and every one of their names on my desk by COB Friday. Each and every one will be made an example of in the courts of the kingdom because they were not on their job, and a young man has lost his eye. One prince has a broken nose. This is unacceptable for the king's guards who pledged their life to protect all of these children. This is unacceptable. Someone has to pay for this. I wouldn't even have went down if I was a guard and I heard that the kids, I'm not showing up to this. No, come on, we gotta go to Dragon Pit. The kids are fighting. I said, well, shit, whose kids is it? It's some random kids. It's the king's kids. No, I will not be participating. I'm not about to be anywhere around this because this is gonna get ugly for somebody. Man, they said the kid got stabbed. Who did? Aemond. Wait, which one is Aemond? Is that Rhaenyra's kid or Alicent's kid? Man, that's Alicent's kid. Fool, that's the king's son. That's his second son. Oh, hell no, I ain't going down there. What you want me to do down there? I can't do nothing down there but get in trouble. But they go down here, kid toe up, man. Face is messed. And the king is saying exactly what I just said to y'all. Who let this happen? What the was going on? Who will pay for this? And you got all the kids screaming, oh man, you did this, I did this. The king already, dog, he ain't got no, he used to not have a hand. Now it look like he ain't even got an arm. He's walking with a limp. His hair is falling off. Skin is peeling. He is not in a position to be dealing with this at 1 or 2 in the morning. They had to get him up out of bed and dress his old ass. Hey, King, man, it's some serious shit you need to go look at. And this is Otto telling them, hey, King, we got to go down there real quick. My grandkids, your grandkids, you know, the ones that you had. I mean, yeah. The ones you had with my daughter. They was fighting with your grandkids. So it's my grandkids and your grandkids. So your kids and your grandkids will fight. King is like, what do you mean? I say, sir, you just need to come on down to the front, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's crazy. I don't know what happened. All I know is my grandson got one eye and it looked like this. I don't know about Rings of Power, man. I can only do one of these, you know, saying these fictional shows at a time. So I mean, I might watch Rings of Power. I might talk about it like on the midday show, but I can't do 2 shows at once. Not like this. This is rare for me to watch something like this. But I'll check it out. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Said this is a family matter. There's way too many people up through there. I mean, think about it though. It is a family matter, but this isn't a ordinary family though. So of course you're gonna have all the family members up there. Then you got the doctors. You got all the security for each and every one of the family members. It's a lot of stuff that you got to do. Then you got the maids and stuff that are cleaning up everything because the king don't want no blood on his floor. Look at him. I told y'all he looked like the penguin, man. He looked just like the penguin. Even Otto Hightower's back to looking like, damn, bro. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the f happened to you? Sir Christopher Cole's up here. I wonder who got to light all these candles every day, though. That's what I've been looking at. There's a lot of candle lighting. What's your job on the candle lighter? Look at Aemond. They stitched him up pretty quick, though. And they did a hell of a job for this to be back then. They did a hell of a job. But we still haven't got to the bottom of this. He stitched up, and the kids are saying, "No, Aemond did it. He attacked us." Even the girls are saying, "No, he attacked us, man. He did this." And the king is saying, "The hell with all that. All this talking and stuff. No more talking. What the hell happened?" And of course, Rhaenyra is saying, "Hey, there was some talk about my family or some allegations that my kids they are the norms." "Father, something has to be done about this. They're accusing my kids of not being legitimate." Oh, why would they do that to me, the princess? I'm the princess, Dad. Why? Why are they doing this to me? My kids are next in line to be the king. I never hurt nobody. I just want it better for the kingdom, and for them to talk about the princess like that. Someone has to pay, Father. Someone. He said, "All right, damn it. Who said it, Aemond? Who made these remarks about my daughter and my grandchildren?" That nigga says, "Shit, my brother." That nigga told on his brother. Oh man. He said, "Who told you such thing?" Otto was sitting there like, "Man, what the hell is going on? I told you, sir. I told you back in the day your daughter was throwing that thought pocket around and you fired me, nigga." Oh man. Look at Day Day. Day Day on the wall, like Day Day on the wall, like this shit's funny because he doesn't give a damn. It's his kids that were out there. He's not even sticking up for his kids. He don't give a damn. Day Day is single now, got no ring on that finger now. Day Day just doesn't give a damn about what's going on here. Oh my goodness. Man, this got me crying in real life, bro. Oh. God, look at Allison. Allison knows that she's the one telling them that. Allison told Aegon the other day, "You gonna have to fight your cousins or your nephews. You got to fight them one day for the throne." So they hearing all this yap from their mama. Rhaenyra hearing all that. I mean, their kids hearing all that shit from their mama. Both of these mamas fucked up in the game. Both of them just lying. So he says, "Aemond, who told you this?" Because someone got to pay for it. And they say, "Oh, my brother did it." And Aegon's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Dad. Wait a minute. Let me clear this up. Yeah, I may have told him that, but let's be real, Pops. Everybody in King's Landing know good and damn well them boys. You see that strong hairstyle, that chili bow shit. There, everybody know. I was just talking to my brother, man. It's no different than you talking to Day Day. It's no different than you talking to Day Day, Dad. I promise. It was no malicious behavior from it, but come on, Dad. Them boys ain't Velaryon now. I'm just telling you what everybody know, and everybody looking around talking about shit. And this is why I wouldn't have showed up to this, because I know anything that's pertaining to these two families, anytime it's something to deal with the top dogs, the bosses, I'm not in that room. If I'm just a worker, no, I'm not in that room unless I'm there to like take some notes or something. But no, I'm not going in there. Because what if he turns around? He's like, "Who knew this? Mo, did you know this?" And now I gotta tell him because I can't lie. Yes, sir. I knew it. I'm not gonna lie to you. And to be honest with you, since we here, Rhaenyra tried to throw that thing on me, and I told her, nah, I can't even do that. I work for you. I work for the king directly, so this would be inappropriate. You know, we got policies around here, sir, and I like to follow them. I like to keep my job. It is an honor to work for you, Your Grace, and I just want to let you know that I don't care who the kids are by. I respect them because they are princes and they are your seeds. You see what I'm saying? So, king, I don't want no problems. Look, I just got promoted to security. I used to be the guy to fill up the cups. It's me, King. You remember we was at the party? That was me filling up the drink. I don't know nothing about who doing what to what. All I'm gonna say is that, with all due respect, sir, Rhaenyra was on the beach earlier with Day Day. Now, Day Day, my dog, I know he can't get in trouble and he won't get in trouble, but Princess Rhaenyra was out there on that beach earlier, and I don't know, but this is like the second time that I heard. I ain't see. I heard that she been giving that thing to Day Day for like the last 10, 15 years. So you know what I mean? You do whatever you want with that, but I'm gonna go ahead and head back over here. You want me to take Aemond to his room, make sure he good? What you want? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking directly to the king. Life is on the line. You over there trying to play it cool, talking to the king. Who knew this? Did you know it? No, I ain't know it. He's lying, sir. I told him. I told him. Now it's getting crazy in here because now you even got hating ass. I don't even remember Kristen Cole, whoever man, this guy so whack. He's best friends. He's buddy with Allison now. So with all this going down, and you hear Allison talk about it, it needs to be an eye for an eye. She took my son's eye. I need to take her younger son eye. The little kid get behind his mom talking about, mommy, no, protect me. He over here laughing and chuckling up. You see Big Boss is looking at him like, boy, you don't straighten your ass up right now, man. This ain't no laughing matter. This shit real. And unlike you, I serve the king. That means I got to deal with all the bullshit. And I know about you and Rhaenyra. I heard about that too, but I ain't gonna tell nobody. He laughing because he knows everything that's going on with Rhaenyra, but he's also hurt on the inside because she ain't giving him that thing no more. And Allison, she's talking about, Sir Cole, you need to go take this kid's eye. He's like, ma'am, y'all realize he knows exactly where he's at. Just like I was telling you, talking to the king. Yeah, the queen, you swore to protect her. Just protect. You can't go kill the king's son or take his eye out, a grandkid. He said, no, my only job is to protect you, ma'am. How quick he stood down, he all buddy telling her everything that's going on. But as soon as she asked for some help, he said, shit, my job in life is more important than that. He done already told her how to smash Rhaenyra, so she got dirt on him. That's why they so close. And she thought since they had that kind of dirt that she could just tell him to go get the kid's eye. What are you going to do? Come here, kid. Give me that eye. What? Come on, Allison. The king looked at her and said, shut up. Matter of fact, you better shut your mouth and don't bring this up again. You know what I do to you? You in here disrespecting the king. When our son was the one that started it. And the reason Allison is feeling like that is one, because she's a mother. You know, they always say, I'm a mother first. No, you're not. You're a human first. You're an individual before you're a mother. But we need to get there. Get back. The king said, we will do no such thing. I need order and peace amongst the families, because he knows it's almost over for him. It's only so much steps. Like for him, it's only so much that he can do before we don't see him anymore. So I say he got about 700 to 1500 more steps before the king is bedridden. The crazy thing, Allison and Rhaenyra are both the same person. Both of them are playing victim when both of them are the one that put each other in this situation. Rhaenyra's trying to do the, I gotta protect my kids and I gotta protect my Hornets. So she said, this needs to be answered for. It's slandering the king's name. And Alicent is talking about what needs to be an eye for an eye, even though your kids did it. She said they brought a knife. They were planning on killing them. So these kids just, well, I guess they went out there to try to see who was on the dragon. This whole thing is messed up, but this is how I'd be right here with my head down. I'm not trying to make no eye contact with nobody. Just like, damn, this shit is crazy. Wait till I get home and tell the boys about what the hell was happening up there, man. This shit, wow. I'm standing right next to Alicent. Let me get away from her. She wilding out. She done pulled this damn knife out. I'm not trying to be anywhere close to her as they get to swinging and I get caught up like her son. I'll be down. I go out like Willie Lump Lump. The girls get to fighting. Black and red versus green. And Rhaenyra even calls her out. She says, see now everyone knows exactly who you are. You're in it for yourself. Your son caused this to mine, and you're trying to attack me. Your sons and you are slandering the family name. They fighting. They going at it too. Rhaenyra just got some out there on the beach, came back still funky, got sand in the crack. Now she's getting attacked with a knife-wielding queen. And no one's even breaking it up. They stopped Sir Kristen Cole because, hey, y'all going to have to battle for it. Y'all going to have to, hey, Future was told me, let me see you prove it. Let me see you prove it. You really about that? Let me see you prove it. She pulled the knife out. They getting the tussle. Like, oh, wait. The thing about fighting with a knife, that's very, very dangerous because anything can go wrong. One wrong move, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? You might get, because they fighting with a knife. All it takes is a little wrist. You know what I'm saying? You got to control the wrist. That you control that wrist. You get them down here. We turn it every way. So you got to fight here. Ain't no one breaking it up because we seen what happened to the little boy. Little boy got cut up. It wasn't intentional. He just ducked like this, and the little kid swiped up, and that was it. She's staring the knife down. Right here, knife in her face. She said, fuck this. Yeah, that's Valyrian steel. It's not like a regular knife. That's the knife that was on fire. Remember when she went in the room? I think Rhaenyra, it was when Princess Rhaenyra said she was going to marry Lenore. Pops had it in the fire in his room. King did. So it's going down out here. Ain't nobody breaking it up. Ain't nobody trying to stop it. But we all hearing what's going on. And the queen, she seemed like she bad about it. Sir Kristen Cole was about to go in and try to step in. And you know he whacked too. Because he was going to go in. He was going to try to push Rhaenyra down. You already know what he was on to protect Alicent, who he sworn to protect. Yeah, we already know what he was trying to do. She said, damn it. You can't keep doing it to me, Rhaenyra. Corlys just looking like, man, this shit is wild. Rhaenyra's acting all scared. She done got cut up. And everyone's looking at Alicent like, damn, you wilding, girl. You acting unusual. The guard is looking. He's making sure Corlys don't do no freaky shit because you know he a weirdo too. You're like, wait a minute. Your hands are a little low there, sir. Your wife is back here. Rhaenyra's bleeding. Alicent tried to get a kid's eye cut out. The king told Alicent to stand down. Shut up and stand down. And Aemond says, guess what? It wasn't that bad. Yeah, I lost an eye, but I gained a dragon. So was it worth it? Do you guys think, not thinking like right now, back in these times, do you think losing one eye to have the biggest dragon in the land, and they say that dragon is 2 times bigger than Day-Day's dragon. So do you think losing an eye at, we can put him at 8 years old, 10 years old, and you get the biggest dragon? I'm thinking that's a win. Because not only that, that's gonna make you one badass dragon rider, badass yellow boy. You riding around, damn, you see that one-eyed dragon rider? That boy a fool with it. Corey said, nah, it's definitely worth a dragon. That is facts. To just get a dragon is an honor. Like it's so rare to even be able to get a dragon. It's only a select few. But shoot, at this age, you don't have a dragon, and then you just jump into the biggest dragon of the game, man. Ghibli said he's gonna he gave a child's response later on. He's gonna want that eye back. Well, I'm trying to think. Let me see. Having one eye is better than no eyes. Just I wish I had two good knees and two good hips, but man, shit. I make the best of it. I know it ain't comparable to seeing, but you know, it hurt when I go upstairs. But shoot. Aemond's thinking I did a lot just to live this here lifestyle. AT&T, he doesn't. So the thing is, the dragon does the flying. He just riding the dragon. The dragon is a part of him. You remember there's a connection between the dragon rider and the dragon. So whenever the person gets hit, the dragon can feel that. Well, when they're riding together. So they got that little bond. So the dragon pretty much knows where it's going. I guess it can just sense. It's got that Kobe and Shaq. I know you're gonna be, you know where I'm gonna be. Let's make it happen. See, me and my dragon, we probably be like Gilbert Arenas and Kimbe Kwame Brown. My bad, not Kimbe. Oh yeah, I gone for a dragon. Yeah, I do that for a dragon. The hell, I gotta have my his left eye. So let me see. Yeah, I could do right eye. I could just do right eye. Take the left. Take the left for a dragon. Now the guy Carl, he ends up getting kicked out. Corlys doesn't want him in here. Corlys telling him get the hell out of here. And we're looking at him like, damn, what did he do? Well, he did that earlier today, but he's still around, thugging it. Day ain't worried about nothing. Otto's in here trying to figure out what the hell's exactly going to happen, but he goes to talk to his daughter Allison after the whole commotion went down. And the reason being is Otto Hightower got his job back. He is now the hand. He tells his daughter, you're doing exactly what you need to do. Basically, you're stepping up for the Hightowers. Your kids are rightfully heir to the throne, not Rhaenyra's kids. Rhaenyra shouldn't even become queen because she wasn't a boy. So Otto was letting her know, keep doing what you do. And guess what? I'm here now. So I can help you out and assist you. Because when he had to leave, it was some time in between that they couldn't do nothing. She did get the advice from her uncle that came up from the old land. But now they're here. And she's looking at him like, what do you mean, Dad? The plan he put together back in episode 1 and 2, yeah, let's get it going. Right now, we're building up this division. Our kids versus her kids. We got to figure out how to make sure that our kids get in that power. He got their hand on them, and it is what it is. Listen, Allison, just hear me out. We keep doing this. I'm here. We're going to be A-okay. Now, she's starting to hear it and believe in it a little bit. But right now, she's really a little bit too far because think about it. She didn't directly have the strongest kill, but when she was talking to Larys, he went and did it. And he went back and told her and made her believe that she told him to. He said, well, this is what you wish, though, right? She's like, no, I didn't wish on that shit, man. I just said it. You know what I'm saying? But that's when they say, hey, words got power. I'm going to be a billionaire tomorrow. Y'all watch. And if it don't happen, Then it might be the day after, or the day after, or the day after. I don't know. Sometimes some words take longer to develop than other words. Or I guess it's like a fairy godmother can't wish for money or speak money into existence. Now the kids in here, broken nose. Jace is over there. Because his little brother got his nose busted, man. Broken nose. Let me tell you something. A broken nose at that age or one eye in a dragon. Give me the one eye in a dragon. Mom getting stitched up. He in here doing his thing. He talking about, yeah, in, out. Now you want to put a little bit of heat on that because every now and then you put a little bit of heat, not too much heat that it burns the metal, because then you don't want to put burnt metal on there. Just heat it up a little bit, just sterilize it. You know what I'm saying? Just put that flavor on there. Go through, in, up. Now I ain't never had to stitch nobody up. Now watch, but I ain't never had to do it myself. I never had an opportunity. But she's in here, she's stressing the hell out. She's like, oh my God. Oh my God. What do you want, Lenore? He said, what is going on here? I came as soon as I heard. Nigga, the kids got in a fight last night and got their nose broke. How'd you come as fast as you heard? It's been a whole 12 hours. We dressed, we done took baths. I'm getting my arm stitched up. The kids are looking like, yeah, man, it was crazy last night, man. But you know, it is what it is. We had that good fight in there. He's stressing out. He's stressing out because he got called out. The kids ain't yours. We just had a whole discussion. The kids even heard that they might not be yours. Jace has a feeling. Jace is looking at the locks and saying, my hair don't lock up. My hair just does this. It don't do no line. It just straight. That's all it is. He's like, well, wait a minute. All this happened. You know what I've been thinking? I've really been thinking that you and I should probably try to make this relationship work. You know, it's been a lot of stress on you and you deserve better. And the reason he's saying this, and we all know why, is because he's about to get outed. We all know that the kids ain't yours. Everyone, they done told you. They told you last night, man, niggas is talking. You already knew these kids wasn't yours. So what he's trying to do is cover himself because he needs somewhere to go. If it comes out that he's gay, his father, I mean, Corlys is still going to love him. The queen that never was is going to love her, but it's still going to be tough on him because he ain't going to be able to stay here if he comes out as being gay and the kids ain't here. They're like, what the hell is he doing here then? Who is he? What's wrong with this guy? They're going to have to get rid of him. So he's telling them, look, let's make this happen. You and I, we move forward and we're going to be A-OK. I promise you, I'm going to be I promise to be the one that's going to make you happy. I promise. And she's like, man, I'm not trying to hear that. We tried that before. You wasn't hitting it right. She can't even pretend it, man. Oh, well. He's thinking, damn, it's about to get tough out here on my own. My sister dead. Now they riding off in this, and I told y'all the king had about 700 to 1,000 more steps. They got him in here, and they riding off. You know this ride bumpy as hell on this damn this stone road, this cobble road. And he in here, she talk about, oh, I'm sorry about last night because her dad told her, play the game to win. Just stick around. He's going to eventually die out, and soon enough, it'll be you and I. So what she's doing is apologizing to try to make the king, you know, feel some sympathy for, oh, you know, last night was crazy. I don't know if what I did was wrong or right, king, but it won't happen again. And he's like, oh, Allison, shut up. Shut up. I don't want to talk about that shit, man. What happened, happened. I'm not going to do nothing to my grandkids. I'm not going to do nothing to my kids. The kids got in a fight. The little dude lost his eye. He didn't lose his life, man. We just got to go on with what we got. Allison, shut up. She putting the covers on him. He's like, man, I can't get up out of here at all, man. Alicent's fucking with me. It was a long ride, though. They riding out. Went to the funeral. Now we gotta get out of here, man. It's bad for the king, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's looking bad for the king, man. But look, I'm about to get me another drink. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You knew this is the recap of episode 7 of House of Dragon. The king is going through it right now. Everybody is messing up, man. The help, his kids, his wife. Oh my goodness, his brother's back in town. Oh my gosh, I don't know how we're gonna get through with this, but hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're gonna be right back. I said, right back. Hey, that's a good ass song right there, man. This is what I envision for the king when they send them off. Allison's talking this man's head off. He ain't trying to hear none of that. He's just trying to get up out of here, y'all. That's all he wants to do. That's all he wants to do is get up out of here, y'all. Is it too much to ask for Allison to just be quiet? Let's just ride. You know what I'm saying? Just ride. Just ride. And everybody's getting the hell up out of here. Everybody's dipping. Corlys is talking to the queen that never was. And she's looking at him like, dog, I told you. She's always been one of the smarter people. She did get that look to be the queen, but they had to pass over. It just wasn't the time or the place for there to be a queen, you know what I'm saying, at the throne. The dragons are flying off. Everybody's looking like, damn. Let's get the hell up out of here, man. The homie said a lazy eye. Nah, I was seeing how long I could go if I lost the eye for a dragon. It wouldn't really be that bad. I could still see out of one eye, though. For a dragon, shit. Take the eye. But everybody, they getting the hell up out of here. Corlys, they ain't here. They looking. What they gonna do next? They got their granddaughters, but there's still no son to carry on the name because Lenore is gay and Lenore isn't having any girls. Oh, he got his minions. You even see Aemond, he rides off on his own dragon. That boy too cool now. He got one eye. He flew off with the dragon next morning. Next morning, he hopped on his dragon and got up out of there. Rhaenyra's up here looking, thinking, man, what the hell are we going to do, Day? It ain't good for me. Allison's on my case. Pops is sick. He's not going to make it too much longer. Hell, I think from the time he left here, that 1,000 steps went down to about 600 now. Not only that, we're in episode 7. I don't think the king's making it. I think the king might pass in episode 9. Well, we got 8. Yeah, so maybe 9. 8, he'll get real sick. Might be bedridden. I don't know. Because they do a lot of time jumps in this show. But she's talking to Day, and they're going over all the problems that they have. And we already know she done threw that thing. She done threw that thing on the beach to Day. So she's also thinking, you know what we could do? Hear me out. It's going to sound a little crazy. It's going to sound a little bit crazy. But what about me and you make this thing official so things won't blow up in our faces and we can still have a position to succeed? Daddy's thinking, I don't know, man. Let me get back to you on this. Oh, you see, I was saying the king should be like episode 9. He lasted long. Yeah, I didn't think the king was going with these time jumps. I was thinking he may have 5 or 6 he'd have been gone. But I like how they doing this. They're at least dragging out the war and they're giving us good content. It's not like they just dragging it out and it's just dialogue and we're not seeing anything. Because we got the kids storyline going on now, and we're starting to see more division. And Lowry's is, hey, look, Allison, I got your back, girl. Whatever you need, say it. Say less. You know what I'm saying? I can make it happen. You, me, you, however you want to put it, we could do it. I got all this property by myself over here. I got my own security group, the Black Knight, Silent Assassins, you know what I'm saying? No Tongue Tommy. I got all of them. So whatever you need, just like we made it happen. Just like we made it happen with the Strongs in Harwin. Yeah, we could do that. What you need done? And Allison is saying, I don't need anything, but all the work that you're doing is not going unnoticed. So she understands with this going on, he did everything for himself, but he's also looking to help her because no matter what, they'll never get as powerful as the Targaryens. He's a lord now, but he'll never be as strong as them. So if he can build that alliance with Allison and potentially get rid of everything that Rhaenyra and them got going on, then cool. My dad was the hand. I'm gonna be more powerful than a hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lord, but I'm cool with the queen of King's Landing. You said, why is Sir Christian Cole still do made after 10 years? Well, he was sworn in for this. So his job is just to protect. Unless he gets Sir Christian Cole, this is the highest level he's ever going to reach. Unless he gets married into royalty, Sir Christian Cole will never be anything more than what he is, just protection. So shoot, you gotta, man, that's a cool ass job. Think about it. Nobody trying to go to a job that you work too hard. Everybody got a job that they can maintain their workload. Of course, they don't want to be there, but it's a cool enough job to pay the bills. I got money on the side to do what I need to do, and it ain't too much work. If it's too much, you're like, man, I ain't working here too long. So Sir Christian Cole as security, you security for the queen now, and you got an open relationship with her to the sense that you can talk to her about things. You told her you done smashed her best friend or her ex-best friend, her stepdaughter. Come on, man. Sir Christian Cole got an ideal job. He just got to shut his mouth. Just, hey, whatever she talk about, listen to what she say, but don't say anything that can incriminate yourself. I won't even say incriminate yourself, but don't say nothing that can get your head chopped off. The maestro said, rock a snitch. Speak on it. No, Rock wouldn't survive in this. If we were to implement Rock like a character, nah, she wouldn't make it out here. These people are real ruthless. So Rhaenyra tells Day, look, I need you by my side. So when my dad dies, I'll be better off. I know it sounds bad. I'll be better off to become the queen, and you'll become the king, and we'll actually have that power behind us. Because if it's just her, what did we just see? Allison's putting together her things. She got all of Old Town. She got Otto Hand, who is the highest hand in the land. Yeah. And now she got Larry's. He got all his stuff, and he a lord, he a main man, and he got the silent assassins. So these two getting together, husband and wife, when the king dies, Day becomes the king, she becomes the queen. And now we got two boys, or no, they got three boys, and then they got the two girls. And then if they wanted to, they can have them too. Like, man, it's weird, but that would keep the bloodline strong, even though those kids are strong. But you hear Day say, well, as long as Lenore is alive, if Lenore is alive, we can't get married. No one's going to respect it because you're married. It ain't no divorce. No, it ain't no divorce back then. Your ass is married. It is what it is. So the only way these two can get married is if Lenore is killed, if he is dead. If they want to strengthen the family, they're going to have to make it happen. Now, this dude's name is Carl. He got kicked out of the funeral. Corlys got him up out of there, but Day goes and meets up with him. He's telling him, look, there's a land past the narrow sea. Hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. There's a valley past the narrow sea. And in this land, men are men. You're judged by your character. You're respected by the money, the wealth, and how much gold you have. Now, I have a proposition for you, young man. No one really respects you here, but I could send you to a place that has more gold than anywhere. You will be treated like a king. You will have your servants. You will no longer have to wander around the city in answer to anybody. I can make that happen for you, young man. All I need you to do is kill Prince Lenore, and I want you to do it with witnesses. I want everyone to know that this means war. I want everyone to know that what me and Princess Rhaenyra are about to put together ain't been done in years. In 2022, they will speak about what we are about to do here. So you have a chance to put your mark on history. Will you take it, my brother? Will you take it? Your name will ring from here to the Greek Isles. Do you want to step to the plate and accomplish this hit? Carl talking about shit, sign me up, dog. You know what I'm saying? I need some paper in my pocket. Ain't nothing wrong with a little early retirement. Who am I to tell the prince no? You know what I'm saying? How am I tell the prince no? It's my duty to do what the prince needs done. And the prince said he need me to go off somebody, and the prince needs someone off. I'm off that person. I'm going to go to the land past the narrow sea. I will take that gold. I will be a king in my own mind. I will have 5 or 6 bad bitches. I will have 5 or 6 chefs. I will have 5 or 6 guards. I will have 5 or 6. Well, I can't get dragons. I don't ride dragons. So it would be cool if I could get a dragon. Is there any way you can make that work, Day? If you could throw in a dragon, you got a deal. If you could throw in a dragon, Day, you got a deal. But he's looking at it. He's like, man, look at your clothes, bro. Look at your clothes, man. You rocking this. You do this hit for me. Look, I'm gonna make sure you are good to go. You remember, Day was out there. They told Day he could come back and do whatever the hell he wanted to. So Day just letting them know, hey, I got some people out there. They'll look out for you. I just put in the word. Yeah. This is Daemon. Yeah, I got my boy Carl coming. Nah, he cool. He cool people. Trust me. Whatever you do for me, do it for him. And he told him, when you do it, make sure there's witnesses. I want people to see. So Day goes over here, and this is what's happening. They're trying to sneak into Corlys' spot because they need a setup to kill Laenra. They go in here. It's just a little servant. He's just walking around. He ain't walking around too much longer. Crack, neck snap. Day killed his first person this episode. Damn, Day, you own it, man. You a wild boy. But Carl was already sitting in here. He's waiting. Laenra shows up. What are you doing in my father's chambers? He was kicked out of the funeral because Corlys didn't like him because he said he's been bothering the family, basically getting into it with like Laenra and everybody. It wasn't nothing serious because everybody was looking at Corlys when he kicked him out and saying, man, it wasn't that serious. But you see when he walked past Day was watching him early, you know? So you got to watch. Like, they always show stuff for a reason. And if I can find it. Well, anyway, when he got kicked out of the funeral, Day seen him. When everybody was in the chambers for the kids fighting, he walked past Day. So they showed Day's face and they showed him walk past. So Day's been watching him the whole time. But Laenora's in here and he's like, all right, what are you doing in my dad's chamber? He said, well, you know what? You've been talking that shit, Laenra, and it's time to pay up. They get in here and they start fighting. And one thing we know about Laenra, he ain't got no job. He ain't the father. He ain't got no kids. So he has nothing but free time. The easiest job in the land. They in here sword fighting. Ching, ching. One of the servants is like, oh my God, please stop fighting. I'm going to go get help. Laenra in here holding it down. Pow, pow, ching, ching. Oh shit. Quarrel in here. Everybody's running in. They're like, what is going on? And inside the fireplace, there is a body. And everybody's like, no, my God, no. Lenore. Corlys, he in his nightgown. He looking like Whoopi Goldberg. He comes in here. They talk about the body's on fire. The guards didn't do nothing. They were just watching the body on fire. They let the body get burnt all the way up. Now, this body, they thinking it's their son, Lenore. And they're like, oh my God, no. Not Lenore. We just lost Lene. No, God. No, please, God, no. Take me. Why? Corlys ain't really saying much. The queen that never was, she's hurt. Both of her kids in less than 24 hours. And you know this body is probably smelling bad. But this is the actual body of the guy's neck that was broke by Day. Because Day said, look, we got to get rid of Lenore. We need people to see it, to make a statement that this is what will happen. And these two end up getting married. Now they can be married. My dog wasn't even done burning, man. They haven't even took him out of the king's quarters. And they getting married. They talking about cutting their lips. cutting their lips and putting it on their forehead. Now, I'm with the Targaryen family, but I ain't with this. I am not with this. They talk about, nah, I don't want no lip blood on my forehead. They over here, they didn't cut their hand and they shaking hands. Look, if that means carrying on the Targaryen name, I'm good. I don't know if y'all know how long a cut in the hand takes to heal, but it take a long, long time. Like, I mean, this one on the back of my hand, I got hit by a bus when I was in the UK one time. Yeah, that ain't healed, but man, a cut in the hand. I broke my thumb once. Man, hell no. Yeah, I got a cut right here on my finger for something that happened this weekend. But yeah, a cut in the hand, you gotta wrap that thing. Oh no. Can we just do a regular marriage? Can we just have, you know what I'm saying? You say Day, do you take princess, do you, can we do it that way? Can we get like both of the dragons to like be behind us and we just say we had a dragon marriage? Is there such thing? Like, what is this blood ritual we're doing here? I don't want to do this for no marriage. They got the whole family out here. The 2 girls, the 2 boys. Yeah, they cut with Dragonstone, all right. I'm not getting cut with no stone. This is a no stone cutting wedding. That's what this is. We gonna call this a stone wedding because of the stones out here. We not cutting nothing with no Dragonstone. We don't need no Velaryon steel. We don't need to cut nothing. I already got a slit on the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. Yeah, that's what we got. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got. That's what we got. You see the cut from here? Yeah, from here to here. Yeah, I got my dragon blood cut. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a cut in the hand. My dragon blood cut is from here to here. Right there is where it inserted, bink, slid up like that. Dog, we don't need no dragon stone around here now. Then the last scene we see a gentleman running. Ain't nothing better than running on the beach. You know what I'm saying? He jogging. He jumps in the boat. We're like, what's going on here? Who is this? Lenore done faked his death. He cut the dreads off. Well, they ain't had clippers back then. So these niggas was using scissors. They cut the dreads off and then they used a knife and was doing a little over the head. Like, he did cut his head. He did hopped in his boat. He about to leave the land. He leaving the land. I said, damn. They did make an agreement. I respect Princess Rhaenyra for this, for not killing this dude, because he did this to help her. It wasn't like she just did it to help him. They were both getting something out of this. So he's gone. But like Kimberly said, if he comes back or they find out that he faked his death, man, it's gonna be even worse. Now I can see that coming back in like a season 3 or 4, but it has to be after we divided the houses in the what is it, the Dance of the Dragon? When the war goes on between the Hightowers, the Greens, and then the Black and Red Targaryens, that's when I can see this getting brought back up. Because I think right now we're going to try to end this to begin the war. You know what I'm saying? A little Dance of the Dragons. And then that's what season 2 is going to be about. Like a little time jump, everybody split. But he got to be popping back up. Season, like late season 2, maybe come back like the end of season 2 or something. We see him, and then that leads into 3. Lenore always said, man, I wanted to travel, man. I want to fly a dragon. I want to get out of here. I don't want to be in here. Well, he was getting some. He was smashing Rhaenyra, but he was probably faking it. He wasn't trying to bust up in that thing. Like, man, I don't want no kids with her. I know these kids ain't mine. She even said when they had intercourse, she didn't really like it. She didn't like it. Well, there you go. That's episode 7. Y'all got any questions? Now we can go look up some stuff. Let me see. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up like an official recap of the show and see what they talking about. I'm gonna give it to y'all regular. I'm gonna give it to y'all like, hey, we living it. I don't know all the answers. Vulture, House of yeah. House of the Dragon recap: bastards and broken noses. This is Allison? I mean, this is Princess? Man, she don't look like that man, this camera must be she don't look like that in the show. When we watching the show, she don't look like this. Look like a Nickelodeon character. Oh, thanks, Corey. You know what I'm saying? I try to entertain y'all a little bit, make the show a little bit fun. Cause we don't need all that seriousness in our life. The show is good though. I will give them that. I don't see any weak characters in this. Everyone has their part, and isn't we all look at Detective Burke, we're like, oh, okay, Detective Burke. But in here, even Larry's, we thinking, damn, he got the silent assassins. He's over here putting in work. We want to know about him. There's nobody that's a weak character in this. And even the kids, being introduced to all the kids this week, we're looking at it, oh, okay, their storyline's going to be good. So how they're setting it up, man, we got all kinds of series we can come up with our list. You could do 3-4 seasons of just the adults, and then you could do a season of the kids. Like they start branching out. They come, man, it's about to be wild. I ain't gonna lie to you. House of the Dragon, man. Oh, Allison's daughter Helena. My bad. I forgot all about her. I was about to say this ain't no. Oh, she got green on. I ain't even noticed the green. My bad, y'all. Yeah, no, I just be talking. My bad, Helena. A standard television episode, plotted method, use the first act to create chaos between characters, the second act to heighten it, and the third to bring all the major players together at a party event function where different pairs can mingle and stew and the tensions can finally come to a boil. Wait, what is this? Is this the article? Oh, okay. Upper East Snake procedurals like the Law and Order. Oh man, we don't need all that. We want to know what happened in the show. We know what the build-up is. I can explain that. In the 7th episode of House of the Dragon, tips that convention on its side. Laena Velaryon's funeral, and more specifically the post-funeral patio luncheon, throws a whole cast of characters together from the get-go, including some who haven't seen one another in years, like Rhaenyra and Daemon. It's a mirrorless party where everyone casts side eye at friends and enemies alike, and the camera mingles among them like an accurately aware guest. It's hard to tell precisely how much time has lapsed between Laena's death, perhaps a few days, but it was enough for the various despaired Targaryens to descend to under Driftmark and bring with them their genetically endowed abilities to uniquely awful. Here are a few things we learned right away. Otto Hightower is again the hand of the king, despite the fact that he has been away from the court for over a decade, and there surely must be another reliable agent Viserys can employ. Harwin is confirmed dead, and although Rhaenyra's boys may not know that he is their real father, Jace at least sense that their mourning loyalties ought lie with him. Aegon is currently betrothed to his sister, Helena, a little Louise Boris in the making who whispers songs to spiders and genuinely avoids conversation. Aegon is also a preteen lush. Yeah, we seen Aegon up there in that window at Wildin' Out. Viserys' mind is wearing down like a degrading body. At one point, he calls Alicent Emma. And whoever planned this event didn't think to offer to the mourners or to throw it in a sensible indoor location. That is fact. They all outside as windy as hell. This is the tip of the chilly wave, beaten island, yet apparently no one expects the gray skies and crystallized breath. I said, okay. Now they did dump the body out into the water. And there was a whole, did you see all the other, I guess you would call them caskets? But did you see all the other ones down there? So all Velaryon blood, they tossing off down there. And I was thinking, if they doing it off this cliff, how deep is that water? But that water had to be about, I couldn't even matter, probably about 10 to 15 meters. Otto got his job back because you remember the Hand family. Not the Hand, but the Strongs. They died. Larry set up his dad and his brother Harwin when he sent them back. You remember? So they died, and he needed somebody. So I guess he went and got Otto because for the most part, Otto has always been real with him. Otto has his own thing going on with his daughter Allison, trying to put her in a position to become the queen. So Um, I guess it's better to just let me just go get Otto. It's been some time. We can put our differences aside. No one's going to remember what happened back when my daughter was in the streets with Day Day. You know, and no one's going to bring that up. So let me just bring him back, I guess. And plus, it's my daughter's dad. I mean, not my daughter, but my wife's dad. Let's see. Aemon's long, luscious bonding scene with Vhagar does the right thing and taking his sweet time. They had to go big with the dragons. Vhagar is the biggest prize of all. Had to be shown off in all her glory in order for us to understand the stakes at Aemond's game. So it's a girl. Vhagar is massive, huge, gigantic, a dragon that could make playthings out of other dragons, at least twice the size of Daemon's Caraxes, and Rhaenyra's Syrax. We've seen dragon riding before. This is the first time we're shown inherent danger in climbing onto a beast like Vhagar and taking her for a ride. Vhagar just chilling, man. Vhagar wasn't worried about nobody. Miles, nah, I don't think Jon Snow. That's still about 100, at least 100 couple years. I don't think they might not be related because Aegon Aegon is just the name that they give. Like you might not be born with the name Aegon, but if you become the king, then they'll name you like Aegon before Viserys. So that's why you end up naming him Aegon. But most of the time, they just give the name to Aegon to whoever takes the throne because Aegon was saying the conqueror. I don't know. We'll see. I don't. Does anyone know that? I'm richer than I ever been. After Jaehaerys' death, his son Mad King took over as the last Targaryen king. This would make Aegon V the grandfather of the Mad King and the great grandfather Rhaegar Viserys and Daenerys Targaryen, the great great grandfather of Jon Snow. So this would make Aegon the fifth, the grandfather of the Mad King, the great grandfather. So Aegon the fifth is Jon Snow's great great grandfather. Man, see, this is too much, man. I can't keep up with it. It's too many Targaryens. Because once you start getting married, now look, we got would they be considered? Yeah, they're gonna be Targaryens. Rhaenyra's kids are gonna be Targaryens. When she becomes queen, they said once they take the throne, they get the Targaryen name back. Right now, they're Velaryons, even though they're not. So I mean, it's a whole bunch of Targaryens out there. I don't know. I don't know too much about Game of Thrones, so I could just tell y'all what they got going on here. I mean, I don't know. I like what they did with the kids here, though. They gave the kids a fight scene, but it wasn't a too bad of a fight scene. We didn't really see too much of the fighting. We seen a punch. We seen him on the ground doing some stomping. Then we seen the cut. But they did a good job. The kids played this. Hey, we got to give credit to these kids. HBO did their thing with finding the kids. The kids are cool actors. It's not, you watch some shows and the kids they act, you're like, that don't seem like that. It's just a kid just reciting some lines. Not no knock on the kids because they're children. They ain't, what I'm saying, they growing, they trying to learn. But the kids in this show, they did a hell of a job. The girls did, shit, the boys did. Her and Daemon are going to have kids. Yeah, of course they're gonna have kids. They got to. So in the book, what would this make? Her second marriage? Lenore? Yeah, Lenore and now Day Day. They got 3 kids. I think the book did say that she has a kid with him. Hey, y'all hit that like button. Y'all heard Bianca. 37 people, 28 likes. Come on, man. Hit that like button. I know we don't get many people in here because listen, our people, we watch Power and stuff. Hey, this shit, this shit good. Now I ain't never watched the Game of Thrones, but I'm assuming they used to say it was good. A lot of these, my first show that I ever watched to even get into TV series was Lost. And the only reason I started watching that is because I was stationed down in Georgia and I had Netflix on my Xbox 360. And I started watching that. Damn, this shit cool. But growing up, I never watched TV shows. I mean, outside of the black shows, I never watched a TV series like Lost, The Office, none of that. I watched it when I got older, but this shit good though. Oh, this is just the first season. We had a lot of death in this. How many people have we seen die? We seen Day Day wilding out. Day Day went through the city. Was it the first episode, first or second episode? Day Day went through there with the gold cloak. They killed up all those people. We had a whole war on here against the crab feeder. We had the death here. It was just a neck snapping. We had the girl get killed by the dragon. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Like an epic death. I'm well, we got what 3 more episodes? Two, yeah, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we got 3 more at least. I think it's 10 episodes. Knowing HBO, they might hit us with like 12, 15. I like it. I like it. Do Daemon and Rhaenyra have kids? How the House of the Dragon is changing the book. Let's see. Let's find out. Now, uncle, husband, and niece wife, the Targaryen pair will soon be busy producing cousin heirs. Cousin heirs. In the spirit of his predecessor, the latest episode of Game of Thrones prequel, House of the Dragon, not only an incestuous sex scene between Day and Rhaenyra, but a wedding. All right, let's see. Inbreeding isn't often off the table. While each recent widow and newlywed has their own set of children from each separate marriages. From Rhaenyra, 3 sons with Herwin Strong, Daemon, $2 with Laena. They would now be expected to produce cousin children for more potential heirs to the Iron Throne. But unlike the star-crossed sibling Lannister lovers, Jaime and Cersei, the Targaryen princess and prince will be encouraged to have kids rather than punished for it. All right, here we go. It's mostly been sourced from material from the book. It takes an unexpected and arguably better turn when it comes to the fates of Lenore Velaryon and Sir Carl Corey. Who is that? Corey? Carl kills Lenore and then himself in episode 7. Lenore's murder is only faked, and we later see him escaping with Krell and Daemon's planned disappearance, which leads to the question if the series is willing to twist canon in this case, will House of the Dragon return to its roots and follow the book when it comes to Daemon and Rhaenyra's marriage, or will they show the writers and give them some room for surprise? Hey man, what does it say in the book? You giving me this whole article about nothing. I want to know, do they have kids together? All right, here we go. The spin-off series is seemingly confirming that due to their consensual sexual interest in one another, Rhaenyra will bear Daemon's children. In the books, they have 3. A daughter, Visina, who does not survive infancy, and 2 sons, Aegon III and Viserys II, who will grow up to be the next kings of the Andals, the Royal Nar, and the First Men. How Aegon III and Viserys II wind up at the Iron Throne may veer into some serious spoiler territory for the rest of the House of the Dragon, and it's confirmed for a second season. So we'll hit the pause. So in the book, they had 3 kids. The daughter didn't survive, and then 2 more sons, Aegon III and Viserys II. But that's what I'm saying about the name Aegon. It's like, man, you just get the name Aegon. Like, how you Aegon III and you see what I'm saying? So they're at least going to have 2 boys together. So that would bring the total count to what? 6 kids, 2 girls, 2 boys, and then the new 2 together. You can have the 2 boys married to 2 girls. Ugh. They have kids. They spread out, and then it ain't no telling how they're gonna go with that, man. It's just weird thinking about it. Then you can have they kids marry the kids of the brothers, and like, man, it's weird as hell, man. The strong boys are doomed. No, the strong boys are actually they well off. The strong boys are in a good position. Their mom is about to become the legit queen. So they good. They the princes. And then their brothers, would that be their brothers? Yeah, then their little brothers. The little brothers are straight too. Because think about it. Jace is next in line to be the king. Queen steps up, her and Daemon. The next person in line is Jace. Now, if Jace marries one of his cousins, then it'd be them 2, and then the 2 up under them, and then you have the 2 little brothers, and they'll probably just marry whoever. So they're gonna make the Targaryen family strong as hell. But the strong brothers, they in a good position. They next in line. If we fall in the legitimacy, yeah, if we're gonna go off of what's legitimate, then the strong brothers, they cool. Cause they Targaryen, half Targaryen, but yeah, they're bastards, but their mom's a whore. So what difference does it make? You see what I'm saying? Their mom, Princess Rhaenyra, is about to be the queen, and she's been throwing that thing with regular people, her uncle, everybody. She even let her cousin smash. I mean, that's how it was back then. But she let Gay Lenore smash. She's a whore. So there's not no difference between them kids being bastard child, and we all know the mama was getting down. There was a rumor that the mama was in a whore house, a brothel. The kids didn't make a decision to be born. She made a decision to throw that thing. So as long as she's the queen, no one's gonna really question it. I want to see how it turns out though with Alicent and her family. You know what I'm saying? Are they going to stay at the castle, or is Rhaenyra going to get the castle and then she goes to Old Town with her people, but she still got that respect? I want to see how that plays off. I don't know. It doesn't even seem like Daemon cares about the kids. You see what happened when Laena passed? He didn't even talk to the kids this episode. They got in a fight and he didn't even step up and say nothing. Day is only worried about him. If Day can become the king, I don't care what my kids got. Day looking at it. Once I die, who cares? Day lived it up. You see what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at Day. It don't think. I don't know, man. I don't think Day really cares. Because if we being technical, him and his brother, the king Viserys, they ain't even supposed to be king and prince. Queen that never was. That's supposed to be the queen. So I don't think Day really cares. Day was just last week before Laena died. Day was talking about leaving the game alone. Day said, "Let's live here. We get free housing. They gonna treat us just like we a king here. We can do whatever we want." And she's like, "No, I want to go home to my parents' house. I want to get the throne that I want." Day like, "I don't want to do none of that. If I wanted to do that, I could go back to King's Landing and be the man. I'm about to go live here, chill, and hang out." So I don't think Day really cares. I mean, should he? Y'all think he should care about who carries on his family name? After everything we've seen from Day, will. I mean, because of course we all do. We want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, our kids, our grandkids, great grand, you know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that they good, they well off. But Day don't give a damn. Day was in there laughing. A kid lost his eye. What did what would it be? His nephews? Yeah, one of his nephews lost an eye to one of his other great nephews. But hold on, let me ask y'all this: you guys are saying Day wants some power in a seat at that table. Then how come? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. If he wanted that kind of power, how come when his brother offered him, "Hey, come back to King's Landing," he told him, "Nope, I don't need your help. I don't want none of that." Day is living for Day. He had an opportunity to come in and be in the King's Castle. He wanted to be on the court. You know what I'm saying? But they said, nah, you can't be in the small council. You reckless. That's because Otto Hightower said it. And now he has the opportunity. He like, nah, I'm good on that. They just say, once I become the king, all right, I marry Princess Rhaenyra, I become king. Cool. We good. I'm good. My kids, they straight. They got the queen that never was and Corlys. They good. That's who we seen them with. Grandma was looking out for him. Grandma was the one talking about the future of the kid. Day ain't mentioned his girls. Day went on the beach. Rhaenyra was talking to him about some nonsense. He had some sex and left. Yeah, I think everybody right, man. I mean, I'm not saying you wrong, Maz. I'm just saying my perspective. I look at it. Day's in it for himself. He don't cares what anybody else talking about. I'm Day. I'm Daemon. Daemon Targaryen. Dragon Rider. Man, but that's the recap of episode 7. If y'all got anything, let me know. I'll be on here for a little bit. We talk about some stuff because we we not trying to go back to Driftmark. We want to take over King's Landing. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, we got a midday live. I got a few topics I want to talk about. 50 Cent got the BMF docu-series coming out. Well, I don't know if it's a series or not, but it comes out October 28th, I want to say it is. So we got that. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. 28th is the Friday. There's a show on Lifetime about the girl that came up missing and she died. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. I watched it. Pretty good. The acting wasn't. It's a Lifetime movie. So 90% of Lifetime movies, of course, is based on real life stuff. But most of the time, Lifetime, that acting be a little shaky on there. You watch it like, Lifetime, y'all got all this money. Y'all be putting out this stuff. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow, but it's pretty good. What is it? Panito. Yeah, I don't even know what the thing was. I don't know the lady name. Oh, Gabby Petito. Petito. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I watched it. Pretty good. Pretty good because it gives you a little more insight on what happened with her. They got in the van, they rode off. So I'll go more in detail with that tomorrow. 50 Cent. One hour ago. Yeah, the documentary set to release on Stars. So his contract over with, but he's still making some money. So yeah, make sure y'all check out that Gabby Petito episode. It's on Lifetime tonight because I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow. We might do a little bit of investigating ourselves, even though the case is done. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna figure out something else. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a little deep diving on our own. We got that tomorrow. And I got one more show that I'm gonna talk about. I don't know. I'll put it in the title. That'll be 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Of course, you'll have power breakdowns. I got a couple of little theories I'm dropping. Raquel is a snitch. Now, there was somebody saying it might potentially be Kenya, and that's why she left. I don't know. The storyline would be crazy if it is Rock. So I'm sticking with Rock is a snitch, y'all. Check out that video dropped this morning. After I get off of here, I'm gonna work on the Lulu video, talk about how much trouble he's in, how that can affect him. I'm gonna do one on him, one on Marvin. And that's pretty much it. Do I have any lives during the week? Oh, what is it? Saturday, McGraw Ave season 2 drops. So I'm probably gonna do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, like we had it. But if not, I mean, I don't know. We might do this in the evening so we can really talk about the show. You know what I'm saying? When y'all ain't at work, y'all can relax. Y'all get y'all some drink, get y'all some food. You ain't gotta be at where you be comfortable. Your sweatpants, sweatshirts, shorts, t-shirts. It don't matter. Whatever you in, you be at the house. You chilling. It's better than being at work in work clothes. So we're gonna try that out. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how that goes. There's no BMF update. Besides that, they got the docuseries dropping on the 28th. I'm not sure when the season's gonna come back on, or did they already release the season? BMF. Oh, BMF. They said will premiere in. Oh, this just came out in 20. BMF will premiere in January 2023. Drops January 2023. All right, so there y'all go. BMF 2023. Yeah, Bianca. P Valley. Well, it's not approved for 3 and 4. It's approved for 3. And they're talking about, well, what the CEO was saying was that they try to get these shows to seasons 4 and 5 because that's where the money is. So they'll probably end up getting it. I don't see why not. It's a cool show. I want to see how they're gonna write it with Haley leaving. I don't know what the purpose of locking Diamond up and getting him up out of there. Besides, he wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't doing nothing in the show, man. Get Diamond out of here. Get your ass out of here, Diamond. You got whooped on. Well, we'll see. I mean, I still got a midday show. So if they drop all of it at once, I'm probably gonna do the first episode so we can have time to watch it. Kendall, you need to watch it before I do, because I'm not watching the show, y'all. I'm not gonna watch it until I watch it with y'all. Cause I want to be in awe, like, oh man, what the hell happened? So I'm gonna watch that with y'all, but Kendall usually watches everything before I do. So she'll let me know if there's any shooting or anything, you know what I'm saying? But I'm about to go ahead and get out of here. That's a recap of episode 7 of House of the Dragon. We do this each and every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. You like House of the Dragon. Or if you just want to hear me talk about some nonsense, hit that subscribe button. Support the channel. Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. MOEDOTJ. Missed the football game. I should have went to it too. It was out here this weekend. Damn. Missed that, but y'all go ahead. Y'all have a good evening. Don't work too hard tomorrow. Midday live, 3 p.m. Eastern, talking about BMF, the docuseries, Gabby Petito, and a little, a little free time. So, man, just make sure you tune in. Thank y'all. I'm out. Listen to the King's music while you just waiting.